Today we're going to be taking a look at the Fury Toys Samurai Force Autumn, aka Donatello. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today you can see what we're going to be taking a look at. It's the Samurai Force Autumn or Donatello. Then we do have the accessory set as well. So let's take a quick look at the boxes. So there is the box for the accessory set. Not too much going on, just says custom kit on the front of it and nothing else on the box. Then for Donnie's box, we have a nice image of the figure on the front. There's the bottom, the top row, nothing on the sides, and then the back does have a little bio or something. So if you want to read it, pause it now. You can give it a read. So let's take a closer look at Autumn. Donatello. To get a closer detailed look at Autumn or Donatello, and my goodness, they do a beautiful job with the sculpt and paint detail on these figures, and it's one of my favorite things about this line. I love the way the face looks, the hood looks pretty dope. We got a cloth piece around the neck. I love the gadgets and pouches and everything on the back of the shell. The back of the shell looks great too. Beautiful sculpt and paint work on that. I love the texture of the skin tone. The wrapping on the right arm looks great with the sculpted wrinkles. We have like a buckle and strap on his bicep. And then we do get the buckle and strap for the stuff that's on his back there, which looks great. Front of the shell has a subtle wash, nice sculpting. I love the gadget and the wrappings on the left wrist. Belt looks great. We got a cloth tie for the belt. Knee pads look awesome. I love the different colorations of green for the skin tone as well. Love the pieces on the lower legs and the feet there. And I like the sculpted texture of the skin to give it that reptilian look. And then the bottom even has sculpt and paint work as well. Just a beautiful looking figure. Great job by Fury Toys or Samurai Force. Now let's move on to the height here. And for the height of this Donatello or Autumn, he stands about 4 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And they are a smaller scale figure line, but it's still fine to me. And then here he is compared to some other turtles. So we do have the Playmates 2003 Raphael. We have the Mezco Donatello. We have the NECA Mirage Comics Donatello. And then we do have the NECA The Last Ronin Leonardo. And you can see how much smaller he is compared to these other figures. But like I said, the line, they're all the same scale, so they all fit in well with each other. And then here he is compared to some other figures. So we do have the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wolverine. We do have the Nicholas Ronin Splinter. Then we do have the SH Figuarts Kakashi, and then the Mezco Storm Shadow. And once again, you can see all these other figures do really tower over this Donatello. And then finally, here he is compared to the Mafex 2.0 Mandalorian. Then we have the SH Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy, the Demonical or Demoniacal Fit 3.0 Goku, and then we do have the Mezco the Crow. So there's the height and height comparisons. Now let's go over his accessories and the accessories included with the accessory set. Moving on to the accessories, taking a look at the accessory pack here, you see we get 2 extra heads with Donnie, an extra head for Leo, an extra hand for Leo to hold the throwing stars, and then you get 4 baby turtles for Splinter. So for Donnie, you can see he is included with a good amount of stuff, alternate hands and stuff, such. Then we do get some of his weapons, another head sculpt, and then we do get some of his tech as well. So we do get the 2 interchangeable head sculpts. We have the unmasked one on the left there with the goggles, and we do have the masked ninja-like one with the hood. Then we do get this old school rifle, and then we do get some grenades, and then we do get that bladed piece that you could put on the end of his bow staff, which I love they included that. Then we do get these pieces here. The piece on the top holds or holsters the gun, then the bottom piece with the 3 clips holster the grenades, and that clips onto his leg. And then we do get 7 alternate hands, the gripping hands, then we do get semi-gripping hands, open hands, and then like a pointing finger right hand or a trigger finger hand. So that is all the accessories with Autumn. Now let's go over the articulation. Now for the articulation, Donnie can look down okay, looks up not too much. You do get a little bit of pivot, and then of course swivel action. The torso joint is really like useless on this figure. The most you get is a tiny bit of swivel. Arms go out 90 degrees up and down. No bicep swivel, so you will have to use it at the elbow. The elbow bends in about 90 degrees. The wrists are on a ball peg, so you can move them all all around, swivel him and such. Legs kick forward about 90 degrees, go back a pretty good amount. He can't Van Damme it, but they go out a little more than 45 degrees. You do get a little bit of hip swivel, double jointed knees that bend back all the way, no swivel at the ankle. They do hinge up just slightly, hinge down pretty well, and then you do get the ankle rocker pivot, which I'm not a fan of. Overall, I think Fury Toys is on a goddamn roll with this line. They make some beautiful action figures. The detail alone make these worth the purchase. Their Spring, aka Leonardo, was straight fuego, and this Donnie is as well. So I didn't really have any issues with this Donatello. The detail, as I mentioned, is out freaking standing. The sculpting is amazing, and the paint detail is just has fantastic work all throughout the figure. The different color greens they use that blended nicely into each other, and the paintwork is nice and clean throughout this Donnie. I mean, Autumn. I also like how they add cloth in specific areas, like the tie on the belt, the tie on his mask, and the extra cloth you get around his neck. The detail on this is how you need to paint and sculpt action figures, so that alone earns a DD19 plus. The accessories is another great thing about this figure. Plus, if you get the accessory pack, you get even more stuff with this Donatello, plus the Leonardo too. I mean, Autumn and Spring. The articulation is pretty good too. This is really the only spot where I think they need to update it a bit, especially that torso joint. You barely get any movement out of the torso. I know it's difficult getting good range out of torso joints for Ninja Turtles, but they definitely could have executed that point of articulation much better. We all know their Mikey or Summer has some updated articulation, so we'll see how that turns out, because this is a damn near perfect figure. One thing people might not like is the scale, which I completely understand. I wish they were slightly taller too, but as long as these figures scale with one another in the line, then I'm fine with it. Now let's get into my rating on Autumn here. So for my rating of the Fury Toys Autumn, aka Donatello, I'd have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Like I said, it's a damn near perfect figure. They just need to work on the articulation a bit. But anyway, that is my review of the Fury Toys Samurai Force Autumn Donatello. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later.
We shall start with revenge.
I am the knight. Gonna change the future.